Tyler Butterfield. Remarkable performance over the weekend. Are you still on the high from the Abu Dhabi accomplishment?
Yeah, it started to sink in. At first it was sort of just a surprise that I actually pulled it off, and then recently it's sort of you realize, hold on, I did actually win, and then reality sets in. I dropped my daughter off at school this morning and took her to a indoor ski class, and I'm actually building my bike right now in the parking lot down in Boulder, just because I haven't ridden since the race and I didn't have time to build it at home this morning. So life definitely goes on. I enjoy family life, and it keeps me grounded. Savannah doesn't look at me like a super dad. She just wants me to do the normal things like give her breakfast and take her to school. So yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, it was a great race to win, but it doesn't mean that I can sort of get too excited. It's a long year ahead of me, and there's lots of great guys that I'm going to race during the year, especially at Kona, which is the main one at the end of the year, and so I have to keep progressing. But it was great that the first stepping stone of that challenge of improving on seventh place ended in a positive result, which was a good result in Abu Dhabi, and I went there to get a good result, and I came away with the win. So things are looking good. It's a long way till October, but at least I'm on a positive note.
Now, you're still new to these longer courses. What goes through one's mind while competing in these type of events? Mental challenge, physical challenge, and when did you feel as if you had the title in the bag over the weekend?
Yeah, I'm definitely new to them, but this year's a lot easier than last year. Last year at Abu Dhabi, I was quite stressed the days leading into the race, whereas this year I was almost too relaxed. I made sure I had enough stuff like nutrition for the bike. It's a 200K bike. However, the run's a 20K run, which is what we normally do in a half Ironman. So I took the same amount of gels for the half for a 20K run in Abu Dhabi. For the same amount that I do in a half Ironman for 21K, because the run was the same distance. But I totally neglected that in Abu Dhabi, we've already done 5.5 hours by the time we start the 20-kilometer run, whereas in a half Ironman, we've done 2.5 hours. So it's an extra 2 hours later in the race that you start the run. So I actually was a little too nonchalant before the race, because I forgot sunscreen, and I didn't take quite enough gels on the run. So because of that, on the run, I didn't really know I had it in the bag till I crossed the finish line, because I was running low on energy towards the second half of the run, so the second 10K. I used both my run gels on the first 10K, and so the second loop I was relying on the race nutrition, because they do give you stuff at the aid stations, but it's not what your body's used to. So I definitely didn't take it for granted that I had it won until I actually crossed the line. With around 800 to go, I looked behind a couple times, and I was pretty sure. And at the last aid station with maybe 400 to go, a quarter mile, I was pretty confident that I couldn't see anyone. And I thought, if you can't see anyone 20 seconds behind you, you have this sewn up. But it was more a relief. My wife Nikki sort of said to me, "You never smile when you cross the finish line," and I said, "That's because I'm relieved. I'm not. The excitement hasn't set in yet. I'm not super happy. It's just relief. But I don't mind racing that way. I like that, and yeah, it was a relief to cross that finish line and actually win the race."